Working, we're live. Yes. I know it's been so long, and you guys are like, I need more T Dog at 5 in the morning. Well, here we are. We are coming in a few minutes late today. And today, I was hoping we would focus on something kind of that happens pretty frequently when trying to get into sales, starting a new business, trying to get more clients. And this is something I personally have struggled with. And it doesn't bother me too bad that because I get it, learning, excited about it. And that's really when you're trying to get new clients and you're talking too much, especially in something that in a space that's super competitive. So I coach a lot of real estate agents. And to be successful in that business, you have to be top of mind. You have to talk to lots and lots of people very, very often. Usually you have to talk to these people in a very localized area along those lines. And that can make it tough when you have other people who have been willing to live there for 20 years, say you just moved there or something along those lines. And really the proposition after talking with my coach, just a lot of interactions, trying to sell my coaching, talking to a lot of real estate agents, trying to get more clients for my morning coaching program to get up and take charge of your day, is just saying a little less, listening a little more, and giving something of value. So if I can kind of follow this, if I can say less to them, if I can listen more to say their problem or the concerning issue and present some value to help with that issue, my chances of working with somebody skyrocket dramatically. So, for example, one of my clients, real estate agent, was just not a morning person, but had 2 kids. And this was the only time for her to really work on her business per se, on the stuff that was really going to get herself to financial freedom, taking it to the next level, growing the business, getting a consistent client base. And realistically, something that comes up really often with real estate agents is they just simply can't get listings. They can find 1,000 buyers in this market, but being top of mind when someone actually goes to sell the home, you much rather have a bunch of listings than a bunch of buyers, trust me. And most good real estate agents would agree with that. But to be able to do this and be able to stay top of mind and some of those softer touches, this client in particular, who has given me the green light to kind of share a story about it, is just needing that morning routine, buying an extra alarm clock, setting it across the room from where her baby sleeps, and then setting her phone alarm 10 minutes before that alarm so it won't wake up her child. And so she can get up in the morning, she can go do her thing until the kids wake up. So running the risk, it's a little, with that particular morning routine, you're like, Tanner, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't ever risk it. Well, you just don't stay in bed and you get up and you turn the alarm clock. And I would just argue like, okay, what do you really want? Do you really want to sleep in or do you really want to get up? Well, depending on what it is you really need to do. And for this, as a real estate agent, contacting a lot of people, getting the contacts organized in the morning, having a plan for the day on how long you're going to actually willing be doing that. And then also when you're presenting to these people that you're a real estate agent or you're self-employed and you're in a competitive space, you simply need to talk to a lot of people and you need to figure out a way that is enjoyable for you to some degree, you can do things like cold calling and automated messaging, and those have been the most proven. It's just you have to ask yourself, are you going to do it? I would highly encourage you to pick up the phone and be calling people and trying to just make a soft introduction. So if you're going this route, more of a bigger volume route, and you're doing a soft introduction, not so much talking their ear off, talking about how you did this with this client, you do this with this process. People truly do not give a shit about that. They really care about how their situation can be made easier by your help. Can they get value? Can you solve their problems? So you just give them an initial touch. Hey, I think you have a beautiful home. Here's a list of some contractors, some painters and stuff like that, some people I use to make the home really nice before we sell. If you guys like working on projects before doing something like that, maybe you can use one of these people and they can be of any help. So this one person was doing this idea and has talked to a couple people. They painted their house. Their house looked gorgeous afterwards. And they're like, hey, so-and-so, I actually think I could maybe get a lot of money out of this property. I think we actually need something bigger. I think we actually kind of want to take this ship somewhere else and stimulating and creating that environment without pushing on it like, hey, I can sell your house in 30 days or less guaranteed, or hey, I'm the best real estate agent. We're the number one team in the country. We're bigger than everybody else. This, just big digging it around, talking about how you're the shit and how what you do is amazing, yada, yada. And there's a time and a place to show them what you have available and how they can benefit from that, because they need to know what you do and benefit from it. But something a little more simplistic, like a real estate agent, say with residential homes, you just don't have to dump the whole load on me for me to figure out if I want to work with you or not. People tend to work with people they like more than some type of expert. When I was a real estate agent in Chicago, I had lost multiple deals to little Timbuktu, who knew. So I was specializing in investments when I was in the space towards the end there. And that's what transitioned me into just being an investor solely. Anyway, there were people who I do residential, I do commercial, I do investing, I do it all. And they say they weren't specializing in anything, and they were, say, rather new, but they just, damn it, they were a very fun, likable person. And I wanted to, and there's a situation came up and wanted to give them business through an investment, even though they didn't really have a ton of experience. Or think of maybe some of you any of my listeners who are real estate agents, thinking back to your first deal. And it was maybe you caught a break. Someone tossed you a bone, your mom, your dad, your own property. A lot of people start off with these types of transactions because the space is hard to gain momentum and gain credibility and stuff like that. So knowing that people work with people they like, and knowing that people like people who listen, 2 ears, 1 mouth, listening more. So maybe that's my challenge for you today. Figuring out when you're talking with new potential clients, when you're trying to evoke new business, keeping it very, very simple, talking less, listening more, and trying to give some piece of value. Whether it's a contact list, whether it's a recommendation for restaurants, whether I'm just laying out here trying to do a 5 a.m. morning show for self-employed individuals. to kickstart their day for free. Don't charge anybody any money on here, but I'm going to keep coming back and trying to give value, talk about appropriate practice, and everything that we need to do to make sure that we're on pace and we're at peace with what it is we want to do in this lifetime. They say that when you go to die, there's a bunch of ghosts around you of the people you could have been. And they talk about the things that, oh, you should have been doing this. You never ended up going to that museum in Paris. You never tried that wine in Italy. You never went to that park in California. You never been to New York City. And that's if your desire is to travel, per se. But how many ghosts are you going to have around you asking what you did and did not do? Could that be changed simply by you just putting yourself out more, just picking up the phone, making a few more calls, trying to get a few more leads? What is it worth to you? If you're curious on a deeper dive on how to present this with people, how you're talking with people, how to try and be a better listener, because there's 3 levels to listening, and a lot of people are stuck in level 1, and everyone who's getting business is in level 3. If you want to learn more about that, you can always go to talktotanner.com and set up a free 45-minute coaching session, or there's just tons and tons of online Mother Google, as I call her, and it is just typing out how you can be more receptive, how you can give more value to clients. And don't be scared to study your competition. For the longest time, I didn't want to look at coaching stuff because, oh, they think they're hot shit. Oh, they think they can just ask me questions and keep me talking and this and that. I'm a man of, I do exercises and I have proven principles and I do my thing my way. And that's just faulty thinking. It's just take your competitors, take a healthy mix of what they're doing, what you're trying to do, and try and put your own spin on it. Your tone, your voice, your experiences are going to be individualistic to you, thankfully, because we wouldn't want everyone to be the same. And then you can present that, especially for people who I work with, self-employed individuals who are really having to make their own decisions all the time. And when it comes to that, don't worry, you'll have your own personal twist. You have your own experiences. We're all special in some regard, but where we're not, we're special in our experiences and how we can present ourselves, our look, and our feel to people to make them like us. We can be unique in that way. Where we're not unique is you can't just get away with not talking to a lot of people and expect your business to grow. You can't just talk someone down into a sale anymore. It's just not. I haven't had success with that. If you can have success with that as a talking salesman, not listening to anybody, not giving any value anymore, please I love to talk, as you can tell, but please present to me some package or something, or sell me something, see what's going. So try not to talk so much, listen a little bit more, and see if you can present value to your customer base today, your client base today, or potentially new business. Hey, just wanted to introduce myself. Tanner over with Talk to Tanner Coaching. Could I send you a free exercise? I'm trying to help as many real estate agents create a morning routine that's going to help kickstart their day. Could I email you something? Instead of, oh, buy my course, it's thousands of dollars, drive it home, and if it'll completely flip your life as soon as they answer the phone. So keeping it simple. See where it can apply to you today. This is it for us. We have Tuesdays are my heavier coaching days, so we're going to get rocking and rolling. We're not going to waste any more time. If you're still laying in bed and you've been talking about wanting to get up, get up. Just one day. Today, not tomorrow. just today. Give it 10 minutes. There's a 10-minute rule. Do something that totally sucks. Get out of bed. Just be awake for 10 minutes. Just give it 10 minutes. And then ask yourself again, what do I want to do right now? Do I want to go back to bed and just sleep it off? Or do I want to go get started on what I want to be doing? Let's get fired up today. Let's get it done. Tuesday madness. We're working a long one today, but Wednesday will be a hell of a lot easier. So looking forward to it. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. live off of here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch, streamings, and until next time. Cheers.